class 12. Today we are going to find the expression for pressure exerted by radiation. You see, it is otherwise not visible, but we can prove it also through a simple experiment which I shall be discussing later on. But before we do that, let us find the expression for the pressure exerted by radiation, that is electromagnetic wave, that is light wave. You all know that force is defined as the rate of change in momentum according to Newton's second law of motion, and therefore we can have F is equal to delta P by delta T, or delta P is equal to F into delta T. And you know, if we write for this expression in terms of energy, you see energy, if delta U is the incident energy of the incident radiation which is absorbed by the surface on which light is incident, then that energy must be equal to F into delta X, where equal to the work done, and therefore we can write F is equal to delta U by delta X, because we are taking delta U, which is the energy carried by radiation and falling on the surface per second, is delta U, and delta X is the distance across which this force has been applied for that distance, so that it becomes equal to work done, and work done should be equal to the total energy carried by the radiation. Therefore we have force is equal to delta U by delta X. On putting this value of force in the expression for delta P, which is equal to F into delta T, we have delta P is equal to delta U by delta X into delta T. And from on rearranging, we see that delta U it becomes equal to delta U upon delta X by delta T, and which is nothing but speed. So we can write delta U by delta C. Why we are using C? Because of the fact that the speed of light is C and delta X by delta T is nothing but the speed. Therefore we are replacing delta X by delta T by C. So we have delta P is equal to delta U by C, where U is the energy carried by incident wave and absorbed by the surface per second. If the light wave is incident on a surface and is being absorbed by the surface, then final momentum of the photon particle of light will be zero as it comes at rest, and therefore we have change in momentum is equal to delta U by delta C, as also derived above. If light wave is incident on the surface and is being totally reflected back by it without absorbing it, then the change in momentum of the photon will be equal to twice the delta U by delta C. This can be understood by the experiment or numerical which we have done in class 11 with the cricket ball falling on a surface and returning back with the same speed but in opposite direction. Then in that case the change of momentum of ball was found to be twice the initial momentum, and that becomes minus 2 mu, and therefore we can here also apply the same thing. When the light ray is returning back from the surface with the same speed but in opposite direction, then change in momentum will be twice delta U by delta C. This is change in momentum, and you know that when we have calculated the change in momentum, we can now calculate the expression for pressure exerted by the photon. How it comes out, let us see. Now if you have this, we have already derived this relation, that the total force exerted by radiation in terms of intensity of incident radiation, we must revise and recall that the intensity of light is defined as the total energy incident per unit area falling per second on the surface normally, and therefore, and if it is expressed by capital I, then if the light ray is incident upon a surface of area A and also perpendicular to the surface, then total energy intercepted on the area in time delta t will be given by total kinetic energy is equal to total energy is equal to delta U equal to I into A into delta t, where I is the intensity of light, A is the area, and delta t is the time. Now if we take for simplification, if we take delta t is equal to 1 second, then delta U becomes equal to IA. And if this kinetic energy is completely absorbed by the surface, then using the relation delta P is equal to delta U by C, we have change in momentum per second. Rate of change in momentum per second, that is force, equal to delta P by delta T is equal to delta U by C, because here we are taking delta T is equal to 1 second. So that is change in momentum per second, and that becomes equal to IA by C. This is the force, the perpendicular force in perpendicular direction, and that is thrust. We know we define pressure is equal to the ratio of thrust upon area. So what is the thrust? You see, you have just derived force, perpendicular force IA by C, and that divided by A becomes equal to I by C. So this will be the pressure exerted by light ray when the light ray is completely absorbed by the surface. And in case the light is being reflected by the surface, then this pressure will become 2I by C, because of the fact that delta P becomes 2 delta U by C. And this is how we have found the expression for pressure exerted by light falling on a surface in two extreme cases, that is when light is completely absorbed by the surface and also light is completely reflected by the surface. But in practical life we always see that light is neither completely absorbed nor completely reflected by a surface, and therefore the pressure exerted by the radiation falling on a surface always lies between the two extreme values I by C and 2I by C. That is all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.